Hello Aries, this is Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot, and I'm here doing your tarot reading for September 2019. Before I begin, I do a meditation and I let whatever comes into my head from spirit just come to me. And I had an interesting meditation for you, and it was very simple, but I just had this vision of a dog, a sweet dog that needed to be adopted. They came to you and you offered it food or whatever, and it wasn't hungry. It didn't want something from you. It just wanted to be your friend or your companion, something along those lines. So my interpretation of that is maybe that there's someone in your life that could really use a friend, could use you to help them out, listen to them, talk to them. And it could also be, even if you have the space in your heart to adopt an animal or something along those lines. But yeah, maybe somebody that you're already around was the feeling, um, that could use your friendship and would love your friendship and really doesn't want anything in return. So it was a real sweet meditation. And I pulled a card from the Major Arcana for you guys, and I got the Chariot. This is kind of a popular one for September. A few of the signs got this. So there's a lot of movement for everybody. Everyone's kind of choosing to move forward right now. I don't know what it pertains to at this point. I'm going to do your horoscope spread reading, and it's going to give you an idea of what's going on in every part of your life. I don't know if this is going to be a relationship reading, a life purpose reading, a career reading, until it goes, I do the first or second round of the cards, and then I follow where you're getting major arcana, so major developments, places where you're going to be forced to act. The minor arcana, when they come up, you can kind of, those energies are there, but it's possible to ignore them, or they don't beat your door down. But when you have the major arcana, they're at the door, and you're going to have to address it and open the door. So just my analogy for it. So I've already shuffled the cards, and today I'm going to do the Salvatore Dali deck, and this is the Klimt Tarot. So I'm going for artists for you today. I'm going to start with the Dali deck. And if you'd like to just, gaze at that image that I have going, this is NRG8 from YouTube. It's a great meditation, music and video presentation. I really like to use those. So if you can gaze at that, take a couple deep breaths in and out, and in, and hold it, and out. Make sure I have everything here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 houses. I'm going to just go ahead and turn those over really quickly. Okay, so already I'm seeing we've got a little activity in your 4th house and in your 6th house of work, your 4th house of home. 8th house can be, anything, death, taxes, sex, deep psychological issues. It's your Scorpio house. So you have the Emperor there. So we'll get into that. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Klimt Tarot for the clarifiers right now. Looks like it's going to be a fairly positive reading for you for September. Let me start with just your work house. I'm going to start with your 6th house because that came up with the major arcana. Looks like you might be doing some training. And so it's possible. Let me get a good look at that. Okay, so possibly you're doing some training for work. You're in training, and it looks like you're doing very well. The Knight of Wands looks like you're pretty sharp and quick to pick things up. If it's for a new job, you're moving full speed ahead. If this is for possibly for some type of school situation, I'll check that out later if you're in school. But it looks like you're doing very good, very quick at the job. Since we're on job, let me go to your 10th house. Your 10th house is of career and your how you appear in the world, your reputation, that type of thing. And we have strength in reverse. So strength in reverse and compassion. So I think that you might be starting the new job, or you might be involved in a training program. So you don't have all the answers just yet, but it looks like you're doing quite well. There's it seems that there's a lot of compassion for you, and you have a lot of compassion for others in your career. You're coming across that way. Yeah, so and in terms of the strength being upside down, it's mostly that you have the ability and the strength. It's just that you're not sure that you have everything it takes right now. But it looks like you have it together, and if you don't have it right now, you're going to have it quickly, because you do have the Knight of Wands in your 6th house, and 6 houses of work as well. And it's also your card, because you are a fire sign, Aries. So yeah, so that looks pretty good. So we did the 6th and the 10th. Let's go to your 11th house of social groups. There's something interesting going on there as well. Okay, so in your social groups, and this can be, it can be social media, it can be who you hang out with in your spare time. If you're involved in any clubs or anything like that, it can be part of that, or groups that you get together with. Also, it looks like, I mean, what I'm seeing here is that you have a very smart money-making idea. So you could be involved in one of those GoFundMes or something like that, or this is an idea you could cultivate, because I'm seeing a very smart idea, a very sharp idea, and I see King of Pentacles. So there's money here. So it looks like, I mean, it's perfect for a GoFundMe, something like that, if you're interested in starting up a business, or if you're contributing or setting one up for somebody else. It could be something like that. But I'm seeing that pretty clearly. Okay, so now I'm going to move on. The career thing looks like it's pretty good. Looks like you're training, or, you know, you could be training others, but I see it more like you're training. And it's going quickly. You're very quick to pick it up. The group that you're working with is not bad. So, and there's a possible GoFundMe or something like that that you might be interested in. Okay, so now in your home, okay, so in your home environment, I see that there's a little bit of an anxiety that you're having about either a choice, but I'm getting a little bit more strongly like there's some suspicion that there may be, your partner might be making a separate choice, maybe third-party choice. There might be something like that going on. It might just be your suspicion. It seems that you have anxiety, or a little bit of anxiety about that, or they have anxiety about you doing that. So if there's someone that you're living with in the home, they could have something like that going on. If you're living at home with parents or something like that, there might be some worries along that area for them. This can also represent making a choice. And you might be choosing a new home or looking at new homes. I think this is for a smaller group of you, perhaps. I'm not getting a real strong vibe on that, but you could be looking for another place, and you're getting ready to make a choice, and you're a little anxious. Maybe you're going to spend a little bit more money. There's a little anxiety about making the correct choice in that. Yeah, so let's leave it at that. Okay, so that's your 4th house. Now, since we were on a possible love situation, let's see what's going on in your 5th house. So in your 5th house, it looks like you probably have somebody. It looks like a Knight of Pentacles, so an earth sign. So Capricorn, Taurus, It's my other earth sign, Virgo. I always forget Virgo. Virgo's my sister. I don't know why I do that. But in any case, okay, so you have an earth sign friend, it looks like, and they're very burdened. So it could go along with that idea that I had, that they're worried about you cheating or having some weird suspicions. Or it can also be that they are working very hard. Now, because this is the 10 of Wands, it means that that situation is going to end soon, that they're either going to drop the burden or they're about to drop the burden. It's going to reach its peak and then they're going to let it go. So whatever it is. So they may be working very hard right now, something along those lines. But yeah, so it looks like there is a person. If there's not a person right now, maybe you've been very busy and there is someone, possibly someone at work, and kind of a slow mover and probably not going to be straight up with you in terms of their interest in you. But beware of an earth sign person. You are very busy, it looks like, and they are showing some, or wanting to show some interest in you. I'm seeing that. And in the 7th house, okay. So it looks like in the 7th house, this is a committed partnership. It looks like you walked away from something. So you had a relationship, you walked away, you're on your own right now, and you have everything going for you. You have the money, the looks, you have it all set up at this point, and you have previously walked away from something. So right now, the commitment thing, I don't think you're there yet, or really desiring anything like that at this point. It looks like you just got out of something, with that, but you're perfectly set up. Now let me just ask a question about this Knight of Pentacles. Who is this Knight of Pentacles for Aries? Who is this Knight of Pentacles for Aries? Can you tell me anything about him? Does Aries work with this person? And of course, this is not gender specific. If you're a male listening to this and you're interested in women, it could be a female earth sign energy. They're just energies, that's it. Actually, it doesn't even mean that they're an earth sign. They have kind of an earth sign behavior type thing, which would be a slow, practical, kind of a worker. Okay, so interestingly, Aries, I'm getting this, that you have a lot of options. It's not just this one. So, and this person may be seeing you as someone that has a lot of options. So, they're even more afraid probably to approach you. Is there anything that can tell us more about this person for Aries? How will she or he know them? That it's the one. There's so many, apparently, for Aries. Let's see. Okay, so this person is going to be someone, Two of Swords is typically depicted as a woman blindfolded with two choices and not quite making a choice yet. So that could have something to do with what's going on with you, that you may be somewhat aware that this person is interested, but you haven't wanted to make a move yet. There's someone else maybe that you're also interested in, maybe two different people, and you haven't wanted to make a choice. Maybe they both know each other and you can't really, date both of them or something along those lines. But yeah, so you're not making a real choice on them right now. So maybe that'll tell you a little bit more about who this person is. This person will be good for you. Is this, that they're coming up out of all the group, this earth energy person, and it's a younger person, not an older, not necessarily younger than you, probably around your age. Anything else you can tell me about him? How will he be for Aries? Is this like a special relationship? Is this a fling? What kind of relationship are we talking about here? Ace of Wands. All right, girl. You know what Ace of Wands is? That's the hot card. So this is going to be a very hot, and surprisingly, because he's moving along slowly and you haven't jumped at the chance, but this person may surprise you. May be very surprising. Ace of Wands. Quite passionate. Okay, so we got that interesting information. Now let me ask about this GoFundMe. Let's go back to the career for a second. because I didn't clarify that any further. What about what's going into in social groups and possible money available? Is this what we're talking about here in the social groups, or is there something else that Aries needs to know about? Knave of Swords. Okay, so Knave of Swords. So it's a bit of a fight, I think, or a debate to get that money. This may be somebody else, maybe a partnership that you're in, another person that you want to, get funds for. So yeah, so there's another person involved. You may want to get someone else involved that can possibly move that along quicker. Move that situation along quicker. And tell me a little bit about career for Aries. Like, are they in their perfect career now? And what type of thing is their perfect career? Tell me anything else for Aries about their career. Okay. So it's a new start. So I think you're in a new start now. I think we talked about that earlier. I keep getting that. So it's reiterating that you're in a new start. And how will this be for Aries? Is this a good career for Aries? Should they stay there? Should they? Two of Wands. So you're going to quickly have a certain amount of mastery at this job. So that could get boring for you later, but actually for now, it's good for you. It'll be good for your resume. It's good for your experience. That's what I would say. Okay, so moving along, I'm going to just go now in your first house energies. First house is your image, how people are seeing you. They're seeing you as happy, and they're seeing you as the sun. So now, Major Arcana, Sun, usually just an incredibly beautiful card. So you're coming across right now to others as incredibly beautiful, fulfilled, happy. This is the image you're portraying to others. And things can get deeper than that, but you're coming across in a very beautiful way right now. And you're feeling pretty good about yourself. So your image and your presentation. In your second house of money, and this is your money and your values, we have the Empress and we have 8 of Pentacles. So money and your values. So I'm seeing like there's, you value your femininity and you value your craftsmanship or your abilities. You may also value possibly having a child because we have the Empress. So there might be something like that on your mind at this point. Like this is something you would like to look forward to. Having a family, but you haven't made big moves on the commitment front right now, or I don't see that right now. But that's something. So you really value your femininity, and yeah, the Empress. So it looks like that this is also an asset that you have, or something that an ability that you have, is to be kind of a nurturing mother type. You have this nice warmth about you, and skillful. You're very skillful at work. So, and skillful probably in the home as well. I mean, that, this is a person that knows how to craft, and I would say possibly cooking or homemaking type things. You're really good at that type of thing, at feminine, the traditional feminine things that women do, like decorating and cooking and maintaining a beautiful home and a beautiful appearance, it seems like. So these things you're doing quite well right now. In your mind, what's on your mind is competition and 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so on your mind is possibly just achieving balance. So balance with other people. What you give to others, you want to also be given to, and that's correct way to be. There's people that don't know how to receive, and it looks like you are able to give and receive, or are possibly working on that, because this did appear in reverse. So it's something you are aware of, the giving and receiving, and you are either working on it or you have a good understanding of that. And then the 5 of Wands is competitive. So on your mind, in your mind, it's being competitive at the things that you do. Like you have a pride in being able to do anything well, and a pride in being able to do anything anybody else can do, and do it just as well or better. So that's something that's on your mind. I don't see any problem with that here. Okay, and then let's move on. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the 8th house, because we were talking about money and getting money, and 8th house is other people's money, taxes, death, sex, emotional issues. I think I mentioned it earlier. Okay, so in the 8th house, there is someone who has a mastery of their emotions. This person, and also this. So I don't know if this is your father. Something going on with your father in the 8th house. I hope that it's not an illness or anything like that, or that, but you might want to check on that. Someone that you love dearly. So I think that you may love dearly your father, and he's the image for you, for your partner, like someone as good as dad, sort of thing. He's a good image for you. And let's see, he may actually be quite an image for anyone to live up to, let's say. I think he was quite in charge, and may have been quite financially adept, and may have quite good finances. So possibly something along those lines. But this is an image, and this might be, I'm not seeing that as a problem either. This could, be a nice template or an idea of finding someone like dad, something like that. So 9th house of education, we did talk about you could possibly be in education. Okay. So it looks like you're working really hard if you are in school, and the 9th house has to do with judgments. It can be any lawsuit, and I do have justice here too. So I think for some of you, justice was in reverse, so there might be a lawsuit you're in, and because it was in reverse, I don't know if justice is going to be done with that. You may not win on that front. I think you've put a lot of hard work into that, or if you're in school, you're putting a lot of hard work into school, and it doesn't seem to be paying off as well as you think it should, sort of thing. So it's two different scenarios here. But if you do have a lawsuit, it's not going to come out quite as you would expect it to. I don't think it's going to be bad, but it may not be great what's going there. And if you're defending yourself, it might not be great. It doesn't show any disaster. It doesn't show this card in reverse. Justice in reverse means maybe they have a better lawyer, or maybe they have something. So they're possibly going to get the better of the situation, the other party. Yes, and you're working very hard, and it's taking a long time to pay off. So that this card can go with either scenario. Either you're in school, or you're, in a litigation for something. So that's for that. Now the 12th house is a very interesting house. It's a house of something you don't know what's going on. It's a mystery house. It's like something that's going on behind the scenes that you're not really aware of. This is just a clue in. It will possibly come to light later. I'm looking at these cards and it's so distracting, and I'll show you why. 2 of Cups. So there's someone coming. I don't know if it's your 5th house fella or if it's somebody else. We can ask that. And also the Devil in reverse. So that was distracting in a way, because that can be very like sexual energy. So that can be a very kind of binding sort of thing. So be careful when you're getting into those relationships that it doesn't become just a sexual relationship. We were kind of seeing that in the 5th house. And if you're looking for commitment or something like that, you might want to try and hold down a little bit of that sort of energy a little bit, so you have time to get to know each other and to not have it be like a short-lived romance. But yeah, very interesting. So you had the Devil in reverse, and this is kind of an interesting card. I mean, look at this guy. You can see the monster that's back there. He's really cute, actually. So but you'll see that they're bound. These two are bound like slaves. So don't get into something quite like that. You don't want to have that feeling from your relationship. But this is your like a soulmate, twin flame, something's coming. So yeah, that's happening. It's gonna happen for you. And let me just ask, is that the same? Let's see. Can you tell me a little bit more about this person, this soulmate, this thing that's happening in the background that we don't know too much about? You're probably not going to let us know, but let us know, please. Spirit, please let Aries know about this person. Okay. So I'm seeing this is the Three of Swords. So there might also be some drama that goes along with this relationship, or it could be a previous relationship. I hate to say if maybe someone's coming back, maybe someone who broke your heart. I don't want to say that because I really think most people should steer clear from that kind of thing. But there might be some drama in this relationship where they do break your heart. They leave, they go, maybe their job transfers them or something happens and it's some heartbreak. So it won't be easy on you. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, this relationship. It's not letting me know for sure if it's this Knight of Pentacles that we had. Oh, well, I got the Knave of Pentacles. So it's also an earth sign. So it may be the same earth sign or earth sign type person. So yeah, maybe. So if you, but beware, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. Okay, so for Aries, let me just get this. These cards are the Oracle of Mystical Moments, and it's kind of an interesting like free form. So I'm just going to see if there's anything kind of intuitively that I get from this card. So if Aries has a relationship impending, the career is new, they're working very hard. Tell me a little bit about what else for Aries in September. Okay, so it's no rain today. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fairly easy ride in September. The relationship, you know, looks like it's going to be mostly very exciting. Just have a little bit of a roller coaster ride with it, but you might like that, Aries. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good September for you. Yeah, no rain today. Now, is there a mantra or anything that Aries needs to know? Anything to keep Aries in this really good space for September? Anything for Aries to keep them in this good space? It says, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. That's very interesting. So good luck, Aries. That was your reading for September. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. Happy to do the reading for you. And if you like it, please give me a like, share, or comment. Give me a comment. Let me know how it goes. I want to know more about this Earth energy guy. Take care.